Yosh! 60 chapters! As we begin, we get the kids with some new frosty fits, and with that, the canon portion of this episode concludes. Liko notices Dot just can't separate herself from Nidothing either, which I think is a nice touch, Dot inadvertently repping the brand. What's also interesting is the reason that Roy looks so unprepared. The remote island boy he is? Well, Roy's never seen snow, so lucky him. They continue their voyage and eventually end up in the Arctic. It actually would be a lot of fun to see someone's first reaction to snow, but not me. I have a super low cold tolerance, so I would just complain this entire voyage. On this voyage, though, they come across a Bergmite as well as a Frigibax. It almost feels like rock salt in the wounds too, realizing neither of them are going to get caught. But at the very least, Fuecoco can be mistaken for a Frigibax, which actually gets it mixed up in the scuffle these two Icemon are having. For such little guys, they cause a real big commotion. Their blizzard gets out of control and no one seems to be able to handle it. No one except for Hatter, and just her beatdown and then heal cycle is a top tier gag. Honestly, I really enjoy Roy's enthusiasm here too. I feel like it's adorable how much fun they're having with something as mundane as snow. Like, they're really putting the wonder in this winter wonderland. I feel like the setting's also a great change of pace too from a series that's 99% summer. Later on, Roy has a bit of a detour and comes across a Cubchoo, and the presumed parent along with it. But Roy shows that he won't be intimidated and knocks that Cubchoo right off its rock, which of course sets off the Beartick. Pretty conveniently and instantly though, the others come to his rescue, so the Beartick bit ends up not amounting to much. Which could really be said a few places this episode. Like even the very next scene, as the kids take some shelter to plot their next move. Although it's sort of neat to get this mini glimpse into the progress that our heroes have made on this journey. Anyways, pretty much right away we're moving on. It's really here too I start feeling like things are just sort of happening one after the other, but that's fine I guess for an episode that's just goofing off in the snow. It mostly is all fun and games until Coco has a bit of a misstep while bringing back the firewood. Yeah, this is one clumsy crock. Of course, Roy tries to find Fuecoco ASAP, so it becomes a question of how to build suspense when you know these two buddies will be reunited by the end of this 22-minute run. So, we see Roy tirelessly searching for his croc through the elements, and I'm feeling like I do the same. Personally, I can't rest until I find missing socks, let alone a good friend. It's pretty touching actually to see Roy wandering around alone, determined to find Fuecoco. Then, as he begins to exhaust his options, he gets the idea to locate his friend Fuecoco in the best way he knows how. And what good friends they are, managing to reunite via the cheer that they've been cultivating all this time. It's a sweet moment that I feel like brought on some smiles. After catching up with each other, they have another run-in with the ice guys, but this time, Roy ends up having some fun with them. What I gathered here is Roy's a lot more at peace with Fuecoco by his side. Without him freaking out, the ice Pokemon end up cool with him too. It's kind of a shame that ice types have had this reputation for being weak, because they really are some of the best designed. Eventually, Roy meets back up with the others and sort of gets chewed out for being reckless. But it's alright, since some of the best trips happen when you get lost. Gosh, this episode reminded me a lot of MPM6. The episode where Satoshi and Pikachu get separated and then reunite just to drive home what a package deal they are. Other than that, I come out of this episode with the impression it's mostly just one random event after the other. I just don't think the majority of the scenes really tie into the next in a super organic way. To me, it seems super likely that Fuecoco will eventually evolve along with the other starters, so here it looks like we're deepening their bond to make that payoff even more grand. Of course, I do think Frigibax would have made a great Pokemon for Roy, but I think that if any more catches happen, it's going to be after the gym matches. I can appreciate Horizons taking the time and putting in the work to flesh out the relationships with the Mons that we already have. Although now with Gimmighoul, Charcadet, and Frigibax, it seems like we're doing a lot of teasing to end up with no catches at all. Maybe we just need to get through the evolutions first, which could be the case for Fuecoco against Rhyme. Even if 2 gym match evolutions would probably be unlikely. That'd be crazy, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, a pretty simple and straightforward episode to kick off Roy's 3-parter, so I give this one a C.